At this time, just now, Aajtak is discussing China problem, and I am here, Abdul Wahab, countering the all points they are discussing. So they are discussing China problem, but do you know this program will be in two languages, Hindi and English. तुमको समझ में आता है? सरकार लोगों को समझ में आता है चाइना प्रॉब्लम है क्या? नहीं आता है ना, नहीं आता है. चाइना प्रॉब्लम अगर समझ में आता होगा तो ये this situation will never rise, because before understanding anything or opposing anybody, you have to understand the threat perception. What are the threats? Perception from China, arising from China. The threat perception is the most important to understand, to go against China or counter against China and protect India from Chinese aggression. Just by words you cannot prevent China to attack and corner India. Then how they are going to corner us, how they are going to creating threat against us, you have to understand before saying anything else. My question, humble question is whether the government do understand all the things, means the threat perception. You have to understand the present war situation of the world, traditional war and non-traditional war. Traditional war, basically a contact war, and non-traditional war, basically non-contact war. What are these? First, I am going to tell the traditional warfare. Traditional warfare is contact warfare also. It is held on land, in sea or in the air. In this space, there are two criteria is also there. One is diplomatic war. The other is economic war. So in this situation, only India is equal to China in diplomatic warfare, in diplomatic field department, 50-50. And other international war, on land we are far behind than China. In terms of tanks, in terms of soldiers, if we have one tank, China has 4 times greater than us. Then in a year, again, we are far 50 years behind China. If you have one aircraft, then they have 4 aircraft against us. Then you can say that Rafale has arrived or Rafale has come to India. But Rafale is not enough, is not sufficient to counter the Chinese aggression in war. Why I am telling this? You have to understand. Go and read journals. They have 400 kilometer range year-to-year missile. PL-20, PL-18 and 19, 16 and 17. PL-17 is 200 kilometers year-to-year missile. So we are far behind than China. In sea, they are now taking over. Chinese have taken over the Americans in ships, in warships, cruisers and submarines. Actually in ships, they have now more than 400 warships and ships, more than 50 ships of America. Then come to the economical point of view. You cannot fight man the rising power who has more than $27 trillion PPP GDP. PP GDP. 27 more than the America. And now I am here going to non-traditional warfare. It is very much important in our life now. In the warfare now, non-traditional is non-contact. Chinese will not come to fight with us physically. They have created that ability to attack us from distance. How? Through this electronic warfare, cyber warfare, warfare in the space. What are these? These are electronic warfare, like jammers. Just recently, in the last fortnight, Chinese jammed the airplanes of America over South China Sea. Do you know all these things? Okay? In space and in cyber, they have 50,000 cyber experts to attack our electronic system all over the world, all over India. Then, in non-contactual warfare, they can use EMP. Now they have expert in this technology, electromagnetic pulse warfare. EMP. What is this? From the distance they will blast in the atmosphere and nuclear device, and for this, whatever the electronical machines and system we have to counter them will diffuse, the fuse will blown away, even your mobile will not work, let alone the computers and other defense systems. Then they are more expert in using HAARP. HAARP. What is this? HAARP is high frequency active auroral research program. It is basically, auroral means light. It is basically attacking and changing atmosphere and changing everything of your country from here to, you can say, earthquake, and then there can be a storm, or there will be a lack of rainwater, etc. and etc. These things done from the distance. So you have to first, to counter China, you have to know the threat perception arising from China. Before that, you cannot do anything else. So whatever you are doing superficially, giving lip service and boasting people, it is right and correct. But as a man, I am behind the truth. I never want to be brainwashed. I never want to be live in false paradise and false pride and fake belief. Fake hope is nothing but later on it brings disaster in life. In my experience, from my experience, I can tell you many incidences why I hope that we can win, but later on we back down, we are pushed down, broken down around, bring down around, and that will be very difficult to cope with. It is better to be realistic. If you do not be realistic, then what will happen? Your hope will dash down to the ground, and you will be suffering then, more painful that is, and you will be never eligible to fight if you do not know the actual situation, real situation of any country. Moreover, I have already talked in different videos the foreign policy and the military policy, defense policy of India is totally a failure. Somebody asked me that whether there will be a war between China or India. I'm like, yeah, this is a great question, man. It depends how much we can going to tolerate the China. The first, they just touch us, then they nudge us. Now they are ready to kick us. So how much we can going to tolerate? It totally depends on the government, central government. Even it does not depends on central government. It actually depends on the cabinet ministry, cabinet of central government. Even it does not depends on the cabinet ministers. It depends on Prime Minister. If he is ready to take challenge, if he is ready to take our honor in great esteem, then any time can be anything. They are testing our ability, they are testing our tolerance, they are testing our honor, they are testing our strength, they are testing our dignity. How much we can take, that's depend. When it will go beyond our toleration, that anything can be happen any time. So today no more. They are brainwashing people. Either in Aajtak TV or in Republic TV, they are brainwashing the people and creating false pride, creating false hope, and telling so many things. Diplomatically and in terms of phrasing words and phrasing sentences, this is great, but it does not make you win in the field of war. Thank you.